Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. I am Dean with Masterpiece at Gold and Silver, and today we are considering the Jefferson nickel. But before we get into all that, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications so you get up-to-date content from us, and please share our videos with other folks that you think would enjoy them. So here it is, the first year, 1938 Philadelphia Jefferson nickel. This was the first year of this new design. This is the Type 1, which is the original design. It's 75% copper, 25% nickel. And the designer of this 5-cent piece was Felix Schlag. He actually won a contest for the design, and he even won a $1,000 cash prize, which would have been a pretty big deal. The obverse features a portrait of Jefferson, and it is based on the sculpture that you see here by Jean-Antoine Houdon. As the story goes, in 1785, Jefferson took over for Franklin as an ambassador to France. While staying in France, Jefferson commissioned to have this bust complete, and I believe it was completed in 1789 and now is in a museum. And Felix Schlag obviously was inspired by this design and wanted to use it, or at least incorporate it into his overall design for the Jefferson nickel. And here is a closer look of that portrait on the obverse. Truly a simply beautiful design as far as I'm concerned. I know a lot of people kind of laugh at me when I say that, but I enjoy just the simplicity, if I can actually talk here, of this design. Especially on the reverse, we have Monticello, or as some people might say, Monticello, which is the home that Jefferson designed himself in Virginia, and it truly is a simply beautiful design. Nevertheless, the main reason why I wanted to do this video today is to talk about steps. Well, really, I guess, to talk about strike. So there's full steps, designations, for Jefferson nickels. And we're talking about these steps right in the center of the obverse, not the steps on either side of Monticello here. It's the ones right in the center. And as you can see on this NGC graded coin, that the steps are fairly well designed. And the 1938, for the most part, was a well-struck coin, so it's actually common to have full steps on these. I should also state that the mintage for the 1938 was is 19,496,000 at Philadelphia, and this is a mint state 66.5 full step coin. Before we get into all of that, I want to show you how PCGS does it, and then we can kind of discuss the full steps. So this is the 1950D. 1950D is a great coin to collect, just like most Jeffersons are. It is considered a key date because of its lower mintage that it has, but it's a fantastic looking coin. You can see even a little die polish marks on here, and you can see the strong strike. But it is a key date because there was only 2,630,030 nickels struck. And as you can see here, the luster is fantastic. Even though that it is a key date, it's actually commonly found in mint state. So if it's definitely something worth picking up. Just like any Jefferson, I think. But let's take a look at these steps, and let's see if I can get it focused here. So you can see that this is a really great strike. If I can get this to focus right. Here's the D mint mark. The mint marks were on the reverse until 1968, I believe. Let me see if I can get this focused better. There we go. So like I was saying, the mint mark was on the reverse of the coin, but then in 1968, the mint mark was put on the obverse of the coin. So looking at this strike here, you can see these steps are really strong, really well defined. I'm hoping if I can get this to work here. Let's see. Let's get it better. There it is. That's much sharper. So you can see how defined those are. So as I say, in PCGS, they give it a full step designation. They do not give anything else. It's either has full steps or it doesn't. You can see the luster is really beautiful here. And again, we're not talking about the steps on either side of Monticello. We're talking about these center steps. So you can see here On this one, they said 5 full steps. And let's go back to the full steps. And the difference is noticeable. But again, on the website of NGC, they don't do a great job of explaining the difference between the 5 full steps and the 6 full steps. It's kind of strange. And again, not these side steps. We're not talking about these steps. We're talking about the ones that are under these iconic or ionic columns on Monticello. So we're talking about not those ones. We're talking about these ones right in the center here. By the way, just to talk about the classical or neoclassical design of Monticello, it's really beautiful. I really enjoyed the architecture. Here's a great picture from Virginia.org. My goal is to get there someday. It's really a beautiful historical landmark for our nation. The neoclassical design that he made was just wonderful. I love the 4 ionic columns there. It's just great. Let me know in the comments if you've ever been. I've been to Mount Vernon, where Washington's home was. Truly beautiful, but I definitely want to get back to Virginia someday to see Monticello. But let's get back to these coins. So yes, this is a PCGS graded MS66 full steps. I should have said that, I guess. I don't think I did. In order to get a full step designation either by NGC or PCGS, a coin has to be MS60 or better. Again, though, I find NGC a little bit more confusing with how they do their designation, and on their website they don't really do a great job. They just say that in 2004 they started putting on the 6 full step designation and the 5 full step. And I just, it's strange because it's confusing. 5 full steps. Well, does that mean it's full steps? Clearly here with PCGS, FS, it's full steps. Simple as that. And then when you look at this, just with no magnification, you can see that the steps are strong. But then when you magnify it, you can see that it is a little bit weaker, especially compared to the PCGS graded coin. So maybe that's what they're saying, is that the 5 full steps is just a little bit weaker than the full step or the 6 full steps that they have for their designation with NGC. Both coins are reasonably priced. The 38, it cost me around about $70, and then the 1950D MS67 full steps was about $120. If it was an MS67, it would be, with the full steps, it would be closer to a $300 to a $350 coin, and of course, if it was an MS68 full steps, we're talking closer to $1,000. Depending on how much somebody is willing to pay. Great coins to collect. If you watched my war nickel video, also great Jeffersons to collect. Some people only collect the silver nickels from 1942 to 1945. Those are great to collect. But as I was saying, these 2 coins, great coins to own, especially the 50D, because it is a key date, even though it is commonly found in mint state. And of course, the 38, it's the first one of the series. Why not? And 38's a great year because you can get Buffalo 38s and you can get the Jefferson 38s. Anyway, feel free to put lots of stuff in the comments, everybody. I love hearing it or reading it. Thank you so much for joining me, and until we meet again, enjoy.